Welcome back to Cee-C Update. Today, we dive into the explosive 5-year leap story of Jhanak. From shocking betrayals and broken marriages to hidden truths, heartbreak, and the dramatic reunion of Jhanak and Anirudh, this leap changes everything. Stay tuned till the end, because the twists ahead will leave you speechless. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more updates. Now, let's dive right into the full story. The show began as an intense love triangle and has recently gained attention for finally moving the story in a direction fans had long awaited. With Arshi stepping aside after the truth about her baby comes out, she begins a new chapter with Siddharth, while Jhanak finally accepts Anirudh's proposal. Now let's continue the story with Jhanak facing constant humiliation until she learns that Arshi's baby was swapped. During Holi, she exposes the swap and sets out to find the real child. Meanwhile, Lal divorces Bipasha after her father. Sarveshwar reappears. Bipasha then conspires with him to send Jhanak to Banaras. Jhanak eventually finds the man who stole Arshi's baby and tries to expose him. At the same time, Mimi and Anirudh prepare for their wedding. But a false case is filed against Jhanak. She is arrested, only for Anirudh and Mimi to testify in her favor, exposing the constant abuse she endured in the Bose household. Inspector Sanjay Sarkar also reveals that some police officers helped Shubh. Tanuja and Arshi frame Jhanak by suppressing evidence. The judge dismisses the case due to lack of proof and clears Jhanak of all accusations. Shubh, Tanuja, and Arshi are left humiliated as the truth is revealed and justice prevails. Arshi later meets Siddharth Chatterjee and quickly falls in love with him, while Anirudh leaves the Bose house and begins a live-in relationship with Jhanak. When Anirudh notices Arshi growing closer to Siddharth, he urges her to grant him a divorce so he can marry Jhanak while she can be with Siddharth. The divorce proceedings near completion, but Siddharth betrays Arshi and elopes with his girlfriend, leaving her heartbroken. Anirudh and Jhanak return to the Bose house to begin their wedding functions. But on the wedding day, Arshi returns and refuses to grant Anirudh the divorce. Heartbroken, Jhanak runs away. On her way, she finds Arshi and Anirudh's kidnapped daughter, Aditi, nicknamed Moon. She rescues the child and boards a bus, where she meets Parashar. He protects them from Kulbhushan's goons and takes them to Shimalboni. Over time, Jhanak and Parashar grow close as he supports her and helps raise Moon as his own daughter. Vinayak, disgusted by Arshi's lack of decency and her constant disgraceful behavior, cuts ties with her forever. It is not only her live-in relationship with Siddharth that has humiliated him, but also her shameful conduct toward Jhanak. Realizing that Arshi is no different from her mother Srishti, he is compelled to disown her. 5 years later, Anirudh and Arshi remain married, but their relationship has turned cold and distant. Anirudh lives in the memories of Jhanak, while in Shimalboni, Parashar has become a father figure to Moon, and Jhanak raises her lovingly. Anirudh, unaware of Janak's presence there, arrives in Shimalboni for an office project. He and Jhanak meet again, sharing an intimate moment. The next day, Anirudh hears a rumor that Jhanak is Parashar's wife and feels betrayed. Jhanak reveals the truth that Moon is actually Anirudh and Arshi's daughter. Wanting the best for Moon, Jhanak painfully sends her away with Anirudh to Kolkata. Soon after, Jhanak is poisoned in the village and rushed to the hospital by Parashar and the villagers. Anirudh arrives and learns that Jhanak and Parashar were never married. He decides to marry Jhanak there in the village. Parashar, secretly in love with Jhanak, hides his heartbreak and supports their union. Anirudh and Jhanak marry successfully, and soon Jhanak reveals she is pregnant with Anirudh's child. But Anirudh refuses to believe her, accusing Parashar of being the father. Enraged and devastated by Anirudh questioning her character, Jhanak severs all ties with him forever. Realizing he is unworthy of her love, the two part ways. Meanwhile, in the upcoming episodes, Arshi informs the Bose family that she has something important to share. Tanuja urges her to rest first, but Arshi insists it cannot wait. She announces that she no longer wishes to stay in the house, explaining that although she married Anirudh, he is absent from her life. Shubhankar offers to speak to him, but Arshi dismisses the idea, saying nothing can change her situation. Nalini asks where she plans to stay. But Arshi replies that returning to her parents is not an option. Mimi bluntly asks if she intends to move in with Siddharth. Anjana tells Mimi to stop, but Mimi continues, saying she noticed Arshi holding Siddharth's hand. Arshi furiously denies it, but Mimi insists and reveals she even took a photograph as proof. Shocked, Arshi accuses Mimi of spying, but Mimi explains she coincidentally saw them while out with friends. She then shows the family the picture. Arshi retorts that if Anirudh can spend nights with Jhanak, then why can't she meet Siddharth? Shubhankar advises her to stay calm, but Arshi says he will never understand what she is going through. Tanuja pleads with her not to leave, but Arshi replies that she feels no emotional bond with the Bose family anymore. Arundhati reminds her of their ties, and Anjana assures her that many still care for her. Bipasha remarks that a woman cannot manage life without a supportive husband, adding that not every man is as obedient as Bablu. Anjana counters, saying that mutual respect is what truly sustains a marriage, something Bipasha fails to grasp. Meanwhile, Vinayak expresses his disappointment to Srishti about Siddharth's behavior at the hospital. Srishti admits she does not want Arshi to remain married to Anirudh and even praises Siddharth, saying she hopes Arshi marries him instead. When Vinayak asks her plan, she replies she has none, she only wants Arshi to decide for herself. Vinayak walks away quietly. The next day, Siddharth checks in on Arshi. She explains that although she is still legally married, Anirudh humiliated her publicly in front of Jhanak. Siddharth reassures her, confesses his love, and asks if his words upset her. She shakes her head, and he admits his life feels incomplete without her. Arshi tells him she intends to divorce Anirudh first. Siddharth reminds her that the process could take 6 months and suggests they stay together until then. Arshi says she wants to make Anirudh and Jhanak suffer, and she won't let him go easily. Siddharth urges her to move forward, assuring her his family will accept her and inviting her to live with him. She agrees and he embraces her warmly. Just then, Anirudh sees them together. As Siddharth leads Arshi into a restaurant, Anirudh wonders why she resents his happiness if she has already found hers. Later, Anirudh sneaks up behind Jhanak and wraps his arms around her. She quickly asks him to let go, then offers him a glass of healthy juice. Anirudh insists she drink some too and watches closely. He remarks that no one has ever cared for him the way she does, suggesting she needs help around the house. He suddenly proposes marriage, leaving Jhanak shocked. She reminds him that he is still married. Anirudh responds that he saw Arshi with Siddharth again that day and believes she no longer loves him. Jhanak disagrees, but Anirudh insists Arshi has moved on. And so should he. He promises that this time, their marriage will be real and honest. He assures her that Siddharth will keep Arshi happy while she completes his life. As he places a gentle kiss on her forehead, Jhanak embraces him, though her heart remains heavy with uncertainty. And that's the full 5-year leap summary of Jhanak. The story only gets more dramatic from here, which brings us to the massive 20-year leap. And I will explain it in another video. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next twist on Jhanak. See you in the next video.